Hello and welcome back. This is Amir Lahijy in another segment with you, and thank you for watching us. Thank you so much to telling all of your friends to download our app, and also remember to subscribe because you can watch all our programs for free forever. And hello and welcome back, Mersedeh.
Hi Amir, hello everyone. Thank you so much to Togetherness Media. I don't know what time it is, where you are, but tune in, stay, don't go anywhere. You can get your coffee, whatever else you can get. We're only getting water here. We're getting to very exciting questions. You guys are ready? They can still ask their questions, right, Amir?
No, absolutely. Everybody, you can go to our live chat and just click and type your question and send.
We're ready. We're ready for you.
Right,
but we have a lot of juicy questions. So if you have a lot more juicier, please send us because this is the last segment, right?
Yes. Let's go with the topic. What's the topic?
Relationship, everyone.
Very
it's Corona, so relationship is everywhere, right? Social distancing, not social distancing.
Physical distancing.
I don't like that word. Anyhow.
I like that word because in psychology, let's ask Dr. Foojan Zeine and see what's the difference between when I said physical distance or social distance is totally different, right? Dr. Foojan Zeine, hello and welcome.
Hello, nice to see you guys again. Thank you for inviting me.
Hi, Dr. Foojan.
Let's start with this question. What's the difference when people say physical distance or social distance?
I think the conversation has become, first of all, that we continue doing socialization over the internet. So the socialization continues. And then if we're 6 feet apart and we have our mask, we're being responsible, we could still socialize, but we definitely need to be physically 6 feet apart or not being beside each other. So I think that's where the terminology of physical distance came over, while we don't have to socially distance. Socially distance would mean that we wouldn't socialize. That we stop socializing. And I think at the beginning of March, it became kind of like that, where people weren't working, all the stores were closed, everything was closed, and people were kind of freaking out and staying at home and not getting out at all. And I think that in that era, you're right, Mersedeh, it was actually socially distancing. And then people started, starting with the media, with the Zoom, with finding each other, FaceTiming, and then slowly they're like, okay, if we wear the mask and come out, it's going to be okay. If we, not be. So science told us that it was okay to socialize, but with a physical distance. I think that's probably why the terminology shifted.
Very good. Thank you. It was very good. And
are you convinced,
are you convinced? Mersedeh, are you convinced?
Yes, I'm very convinced. Whatever you say, Dr. Foojan, tonight. I have so many questions. I'm just going to say yes, yes, yes.
So I like her. Let's have her every time. I like people who keep saying yes, yes, yes,
yes. So, Mersedeh,
can I ask my question?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So we have a very interesting questions. How do you communicate what you need to your date? A lot of people are shy, or they're not sure if they should ask something if they want it. We hear it all the time. Please help us.
The answer is very clear, directly, simply. You don't need to play games.
So hard.
You don't need to do any of that. Just simply ask, not demand, ask. Request.
Ask.
So this is what works for me, and would you be able to give it to me? And then have it be okay for them to say yes or no. Don't panic or don't freak out if somebody says no, can't give it to you. Then you can always find out what is it for them that they weren't able to or not wanting to give you what they want. So that way you have an understanding and there's a communication that goes back and forth. A relationship is not about a demanding of one-way demand of I want something and you have to say yes. It becomes, you request and see what shows up. The problem with the game playing is that you give mixed messages because they don't know what it is you're looking at, what you want, and they get frustrated with it. And then you might be saying something that, they are responding to what you're saying, but it's not really what you want. And then you're confused and the other person is confused. One of the things that I say to people who are at an age that they want to get married, be very clear. I'm at an age that I want to find my mate to my life mate or the person that I want to get married. And if you're not in that stage, then I understand. It's awesome. I'm not gonna, we're not gonna date because at this time, this is the phase that I am that I would like to be. Now that could be an age concept, right? So some people could come to an age. For a lot of women, um, their biological clock dictates for them. And
Mhm.
there's an age gap that say, well, I need to be able to now start looking for that. That means, maybe within like mid 20s, many women start looking for their mate. Not necessarily that tomorrow in 3 months I want to get married, but they stop playing games and like just having fun with people. They start looking at dates for something that they're qualified for the next level. So a lot of people come to me and says, "Well, if I tell the guy he wouldn't want to be with me, great. If he's not your type, if he's not ready for that phase of life, better for them to get it. Don't waste your time and your energy and move aside so that you could go and find your the mate that you want. That's what you do."
Right,
Wow.
right, right. So, Dr. Foojan, uh, you mentioned a little about this, but I like to bring this question. How do I tell someone I'm not interested?
This one is hard. It's always hard for us to kind of like reject the other person. If it shows up as rejection, none of us want to hurt somebody. We don't. Like,
Mm,
we're not jerks. We just don't want to hurt people.
exactly.
So many times it's explaining that the things that I want in my life at this point, or their type of the things that I actually want in my relationship, that as we're working together or looking at, dating together, I'm sensing and my intuition and my assessment says that we might not be a right match for each other. And I thank you, and I like this about you so far that I've met you. These are amazing characters that you have or behaviors that you've had, and I was honored to be with you and get to know you, and definitely want to have you as someone who maybe is in my life in another format. But in this format, there are areas in my life that are important for me, and I'm not finding it in this relationship. And I would prefer not to waste your time or mine. And since I know it now, for us to say goodbye and open that space for us to be able to meet other people who match what we actually want.
Exactly. Authenticity is very important, and you mentioned profound and very good to be authentic. And so,
It's a
but some
respect. I
people
mean,
with respect, exactly.
yeah, it's a respect to another person that
Hmm.
you're not going out, playing a movie or
Hmm.
playing an act or something with them, and then inside you really are constantly questioning. It's going to show up, and at one point, look at it. You're wasting their time and yours. So might as well, if you really know that this person is not a match for you, whether it's because you don't have enough sexual chemistry or attraction, or you're not having a like a cognitive or an emotional type of an attraction to them or a bond, um, don't waste your time. Nor
I
them.
think I think she just answered our next question. It was for the right person. I think that almost conclude. I mean, there is no right, but just still, like, I think what you just described was kind of similar. But if you want to conclude it, how do we know if someone's the right person?
Someone who is the right person for you, first of all, if you know what it is that you want in an ideal relationship, obviously you have an assessment tool that you do evaluation based on that. So, for example, if I know that I say I want a kind and loving human being, so I assess whether that person is kind to me, kind to other people. If we go to a restaurant, are they kind to the waiter or the waitress that is coming?
Hmm.
When they talk about their family or their friends, are they talking about them in a kind way? So you assess in that way of, if I want this, is this person, as they're going and explaining and I'm watching and I'm going out with them, matching what it
Hmm.
is that I say that I want? It's important for you to feel safe with another person, that you can be yourself, that you don't feel like, okay, I'm walking on an eggshell. that it's their the safety of being with them. Their emotions are there, and I can actually say all that I want to say appropriately and respectfully, and I will be respected on the other side. It's important for me to be able to say what I don't like about you, and for you to hear me and not have a harsh reaction. Um, and for you to be able, for me to say what I need to say, and for you to hear me, listen to me, and create trust. If I can trust you, which means if you say something and you come through, your behaviors matches your whatever comes out of your mouth. You say it, you do it, you create trust. Then that's the right person, because you want to be able to create trust. You want to create safety in a relationship. And if it's someone that you can play and have fun with, remember, we go into a relationship because we want to have fun. We want to enjoy it.
Exactly.
If someone is enjoyable, that you play together, you laugh together, and when you're together, you feel like, the whole burden of life is away, and then we can just enjoy our own companionship. Those are all the ways to look at if naturally we're a match. It's amazing where I've known people, I've worked with people who they've suffered through relationships, and when they found the right one, it was effortless. Like they all come to me like, I can't believe I thought we knew each other for 10 years, and if I like the same things that he likes, or we even eat the same stuff, and we even like the same temperature. And I have one client who, she was so cute. She says he just takes off everything and throws it. I do the same thing. Like all my other boyfriends were pissed at me. Hey, we're a great match. We just like to take off the clothes and dump it, and we're both okay with it. I mean, that's an effortless match. Like people just got like match together.
Right. I just love the way you explain things, Dr. Foojan.
She's
you make
amazing.
Everything so easy.
Mersedeh, Dr. Foojan is amazing.
I've been to her workshop, and I was gonna say I wish we had a little more time that we could do a role play. Your workshops are so amazing. I definitely recommend it to anyone. I don't know, how are you still having your workshops like visually?
I'm actually building an online one. Because of the physical distancing, I'm building actually some workshops that are going to be online. So
can't wait.
Very good.
Really looking forward.
So for closing this segment, Mersedeh, do you have a question?
Do I get personal question?
Yeah, if you have a personal question, why not? And
I told everyone that we're gonna be doing interview with my friends, and so that's why I get lots of questions that are coming, but I don't know how much time we have.
Okay.
So
we have 7 minutes.
Okay, so questions about, obviously our background is from being Middle Easterns, or it doesn't really necessarily to that point, but when do we get the family involved?
You get the family involved when you are pretty much sure that they've passed all the tests that you wanted them to pass, and that the relationship is getting to a little bit more of a serious place, so that you kind of convinced that this is the person. Then you want to have your family meet them, so that they also put their 2 cents in there. Their 2 cents is usually 25 cents or a couple of dollars, because everybody has good opinions to give. It's important to get their opinion, because they might not know the other person, but they know you. They've raised you. They kind of know their own child and what's right for their own child in an intuitive way. And whomever you marry or you want to be with, what happens is that they're going to be part of this family. So getting to know how these, him, her, with this family kind of gets along, it becomes important. There are a lot of valuable information that comes when people, go with their date to meet their family. But it has to be in more of a serious. So you've done your own assessment, some of the stuff we've talked about, write the list, go evaluate your list yourself. And then after you think this is the one and we want to go to the next stage of maybe, not exclusivity, because by this time you should be exclusive, but we're going to the next level of maybe for them to be my life mate in a sense. then you introduce them. Or if you're in a school, for example, you're 20 years old and you're not thinking about marriage until 30, but this is a person that for you really want to be with them for a couple of years, then it's awesome just to have them meet your family and be a part of the bigger picture, even if you guys are just kind of like together while you go through college and you're not thinking about marriage, but they are going to be an important part of your life for a long time.
I love how you answer everything so structural. Like, this is just so amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Foojan. One last question. What do you do when, what do I tell someone? I'm sorry.
What do I do? That question, receive it from people. Yeah, what do I do when someone I like
doesn't answer? That goes to a missed call questions. A lot of missed calls around here, and it's Corona. You got no excuse. Where are you? Did you get that question?
Sure. Yeah, I want to take it into two different ways. I've had people where they've had the expectation that the minute I text you, you have to answer me right away. Well, that's a fallacy. Like, that's not a realistic expectation. People have things to do. They're not just sitting beside there and dropping everything to be with you.
What are they doing? It's Corona, Dr. Foojan. They're not doing anything.
We are sitting here and we are working now. If you receive a text from someone,
I'll give you a tip.
Yes.
If you're going out with someone which they have nothing else to do except looking at this to where you run, you really need someone who has a life.
Right.
Okay. So run. Don't be with someone who are like they're sitting there so needy that they're here like, when is my girlfriend calling me back? That's not a person you want to be with. And you shouldn't be that person either. Like, get a life if that's what you're doing. So the main point is that to kind of distinguish between this, where is it that you are in a relationship, all is well, it's just that, you guys can kind of communicate and negotiate about what your expectations are, about the kind of like the communication timing, so that you both feel safe and secure. But if you're liking somebody, you went on a couple of days and then they ghosted you, they're nowhere to be found, and you can't really find out what's going on, you ask them once, like, what's going on? Is everything okay? I'm kind of like concerned, haven't heard from you. And if they're still not answering you, obviously they're scared for some reason. They don't have the skills to somehow fess up or kind of like come back and say that I no longer want to be related to you or something. And in that mode, I think that you need to take care of yourself and kind of go through your grief and say goodbye to them and for them, because they weren't able to do that for you. There's a lot of question that shows up. Why? Why did he do that? Why did she do that? My suggestion is, don't ask questions that you cannot answer. So why did he or she do that? Where is he or she? You're not going to be able to answer. You have to have them answer you, and guess what? They're not answering you. So don't get yourself caught into that question. Ask a question which you can answer, such as, do I like to be and spend my time with a person who refuses to communicate with me in this way? And if you say yes, then okay, then wait. But if you say no, I'm worth more, my time is worth more, and I don't like to be with someone who's not communicating appropriately or doesn't have the skills to communicate, and therefore I'm the one who no longer wants this relationship. And the moment that you come out of this powerlessness concept that someone dumped me, or someone is, I'm at the mercy of somebody else and I'm powerless against it, you gain your power about what is it you're choosing to do. And you might say, like, well, I choose him, but he's not answering. Well, yeah, the reality is he's not answering, and that's what you have to face. That this person comes with this sort of a character. This person comes with this kind of like, uncertainty for you. Can you handle this? Or are you going to be like a popcorn jumping up and down all your life because a person is like that? Can you handle the drama? And if you say, yes, I enjoy the drama, I'm like, then good, enjoy it. If you say, I don't enjoy the drama, I'm like, then drop it. Come back, drop it, and say, I no longer choose this, and goodbye. So you say the goodbye. Then you text and say, I choose not to be in this type of a relationship because obviously, the communications are not clear, and it bothers me, and it really puts me in a position that I don't think it's appropriate for me. And thank you for the time that we were together, and goodbye.
Wow.
And you end it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Loved it. Thank you so much,
Take
Dr.
power
Foojan.
in your hand. Take power in your hand.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely love it.
So, yes, we have more questions. Oh my God, lots of questions coming in our app, but time flying. Yeah. So thank you so much, Dr. Foojan, and I hope to see you next time.
Can't
Thank you.
wait, Dr. Foojan. Thank you so much for your time.
It was great being with all of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So Mersedeh, how was this time?
It was great. Too bad we couldn't take notes. But it was definitely good. I hope everyone enjoyed it too. Sorry we couldn't get to all the questions, but next time.
Yes, we have lots of questions here, and definitely it's good to be prepared. When we announce the topic, every time we announce the topic, we're going to say we are talking about relationship, or we are talking about this and that. So, what's the topic? You can send your questions, and also during a live program, still you have a time, you have a chance to send it to, in our live chat, right?
Right.
So
don't miss it next time.
Yes, very good. We are coming back after a short break. Okay.
Do you have viruses or malware warnings? Have a problem with your computer and need help? 24 hours, 7 days. Computer Emergency Services. Convenience and savings at your fingertips. Download our free app and keep in touch.
Raise your vibration and re-engage with life. Find balance and reconnect with joy. Your vehicle is balancing the wheel, and we're here to support you in becoming more happier, healthier, and successful. wheelofwellbeing.com or drsadiq.com.
At Hello Hollywood, we bring you the best in entertainment, fashion, movies, hit music, gossip, and live from the red carpet reporting. Hello Hollywood is your new choice.